Welcome back into the Motor Index, folks. With just 3 races to go until the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, the stakes are electrifyingly high as we head into Watkins Glen, which is, in my opinion, the best road course on the NASCAR Cup Series schedule. Should be a fantastic race. We're going to get into all of what we should expect here at Watkins Glen, who could potentially be a surprise winner, who do we expect to be in the mix, and what kind of chaos could we expect, because this racetrack has a high chaos factor to it. Consistently year after year delivering classic finishes, classic races. I don't think it should be a debate that this is the best road course on the schedule. Just look at last year with the finish between Chris Buescher and SVG. I mean, just what a finish that was. And we got numerous ones throughout history to even look back on further back than that. But so should be a very exciting race. Obviously, there is the potential for a new winner, which would completely throw things into chaos in the playoff standings. Could that winner come from somebody in the playoffs technically on points at the moment, or is this potential new winner going to come from outside the playoffs? Both those could throw some chaos into this whole mix, so it should be interesting to watch. A big storyline will be, is Shane Van Gisbergen's dominance on the road courses as of late going to continue? We'll see. I think he'll certainly be in contention. I'm not going to predict him to win because that's just too easy for me. I don't want to do that. And I just think somebody else is going to pop up and win here. I think it's so hard to be consistently good time after time after time again on these road courses, on any course in general. But yeah, I don't think it. I feel like we're going to get a new winner here. I think it will be a new winner that is not in the playoffs currently. Now, who that is, I don't know. I've got a lot of guys written down here, but we're going to see. But yeah, this should be an interesting one for sure. I saw this crazy stat with RFK Racing, which I think it's like something about putting 2 cars inside the top 5. They've done it, I think, 4 straight races, which has only happened once, and it was back in like 2008. And then if they do it this time, it's something that's never happened. So crazy stuff. Don't quote me on the exact stat. It's something along those lines, and it would be an insane piece of history if they were able to do that. And I mean, Christ's sake, the speed currently for RFK Racing has been off the charts. I've been saying it in every single video that I think RFK can win every single race, the next 3 races. I was really thinking about picking one of their drivers to win this week. I'm unfortunately not picking them, but any of their drivers, but without a doubt going to be one of the contenders. The drivers at RFK are in a weird situation with, at least with the road courses, because it's like they're really competitive, but as far as unless you're Buescher, it's never been like, at least in recent memory, winning competitive. Buescher I certainly think will be winning competitive. Now, do I expect Preece or Keselowski? I mean, within the past few weeks, I could say that, but the road courses are a completely different animal. So we will see. I have no doubt they're going to bring the speed. It's a matter of, executing in qualifying and, executing on race day and, clean pit stops. I could go down the list. It is just hard to do. I think one of their cars, without a doubt, will be in contention by the end, and I think it's going to probably be Buescher. But I think it also could be it really could also be Preece. Keselowski obviously has won here before, but it's a long time ago. He's certainly on the back end of the career, and those older guys tend to not be as good on the road courses, though I do have some older guys written down here, so maybe this is Keselowski's time to prove me wrong on the road courses and really go out there and compete for a win. I was hoping he would win last week. I really would like to see. I really hope we have not seen the last win of Brad Keselowski's career. What a place to do it at the Glen. That would be a huge place to do it and get yourself into the playoffs, because he's been one of the best 10 cars probably in the Cup Series probably the last 10 or 12 weeks, without a doubt. So anybody who's going to, if he gets up there and wins, that is a very deserving playoff car, at least in my book. So, um, let's just get on to my race picks, I guess, because we've sat here and talked about this. I like I said, I really wanted to pick an RFK car. I'm not going to pick SVG. I think RFK and all three of the RFK cars and SVG will be in contention, for sure. Got pretty much no doubt on that. I'm going with Alex Bowman. I think Alex Bowman gets it done. One of the sneakiest, best road course racers on the Cup Series roster. It has been remarkable recently. Really good. I've gone through the whole Alex Bowman season multiple times in different videos. Started the season off really hot. Middle portion of the season, or at least of the regular season, got a little cold, but from Mexico City till now, he's only finished outside the top 10 twice. And one of those ones was an 11th place finish, and I believe that was at Pocono. So, yeah, Alex Bowman has been scorching hot from Mexico City till now. That's only like a month or two sample size, but the results don't lie. The results do not lie at all. And we know how good Alex Bowman's been on these road courses. He's only, you got to get these things to break your way sometimes. And, I think SVG is going to probably be the favorite heading into the weekend, but I'm telling you, it's hard to maintain that level of dominance for this many consecutive races on the road courses. Something's just bound to go wrong. The math disagrees with SVG. The odds are just stacked against him as far as maintaining that dominance. And I think if anybody has proven in the Cup Series to be there when other people make mistakes to capitalize on it, find me another guy who does it more than Alex Bowman. Look at how many of his wins was doing that. That's what I think is going to play out here. I could be completely wrong. I really do think RFK Racing has a great shot to win here. Though, Hendrick's got 3 of their 4 cars locked in the playoffs. They would like a 4th. I think the next 3 weeks, especially because Bowman's really good at Richmond. Obviously, we know how good of a super speedway racer he is, but sneaky good road course guy. I could see them giving him a rocket ship, Hendrick. I could see Hendrick giving him the rocket ship he needs to go out here and win. We'll see. I'm going with Alex Bowman, and I feel great about, at bare minimum, his chances to finish in the top 5. But I think he's going for the win, and I think he's going to get it. Like I mentioned, RFK, SVG. As far as the contenders, William Byron absolutely will be in contention. Christopher Bell, 2 guys who been really good for a lot of the year, but the wins have not been coming as of late, except, obviously Byron won last week, but the reason the Byron win wasn't that shocking was because of how many times he's been in position to win. So I have no doubt that he'll be in position to win this week. Christopher Bell, I am throwing him in this mix because of the Coda win and just the overall road course speed, but, recent history has not been kind to Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, if you're the 20 team, you're wanting to get this ball rolling before the playoffs. Great time to do it would be right now, and I think he's got a plenty good shot to win if he's got the speed. 2 guys who have to win their way in the playoffs, who I think will be competitive, Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell. 2 of the older guys in the sport, kind of like I was mentioning with Keselowski. But these are 2 great road course racers. Look at Busch at Coda. Probably had a good chance to win if that race is another lap or 2. Michael McDowell. He was leading at points, if I'm remembering correctly, in recent road course races. But Michael McDowell, just another one of these guys who, you don't necessarily think of on a week-to-week basis, but when you get to these road courses, you got to put them in the back of your mind and say, this could be a contender. The speed is always there. Whether he's leading or not, that's besides the point. Like, if you're in contention, road course after road course, we got to take notice. So, those 2 would be huge upset wins as far as the playoffs are concerned. Would throw complete chaos into everything, which would be fun because to do for the next 2 weekends. It would make for a fun final 2 weeks of the regular season if somebody like those 2 were able to win. because it would just be complete anarchy in the standings. So we'll see. But those are the guys who I've got highlighted. I think, most good drivers, I think you could throw so many guys into this mix. Because I think there's a lot of guys who are going to show up to to Watkins Glen with a chance to win. But I think these are the guys who it will be ultimately settled between. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and enjoy the races out at Watkins Glen this week. Thank you guys, and God bless.